All right, we're back. We got Chef Sean in the house. How are you today?
Good, all good. What's happening?
Oh man, we got great stuff, man. We've been hearing all about your music, the rock band, the hip hop, everything you've been doing. Why don't you give us a little bit of background? You know, I know you grew up in Chicago and all that. Tell us, you know, how you started getting involved in music. You know, what were some of your heroes or inspirations that led you to want to do music yourself?
Man, I love music. Period. So I hear anything on the radio. Michael Jackson. Shit. We can talk about real music. James Brown. Hearing what my mother played in the house. Babyface. She kept that on repeat. But just listening to music. Period, man, made me a music fan. So I just, I like the fact that you can express yourself through music. So that's.
So it was kind of the soundtrack to the house. Parents had a record collection. You just heard a lot. Do you remember who that first artist is that you said, who is that? Like you really took a liking to, and maybe you started wanting to hear more of that particular artist?
As a kid, yeah, Michael
Jackson did it.
That was pretty much it,
Yeah, you and a billion other people. There'll be never another Michael, never another Prince, never another James Brown.
Yeah,
That's what was great about that era. The artists were so unique. They didn't try and fit in with radio. They didn't try and fit in with a MTV or BET. They just it was pure them. There was nobody telling them what to play or how to look, and it was music that's so timeless. I mean, I say people decades later are still using that blueprint.
Yeah. And I was about to say that timeless. They made some timeless music. That Off the Wall album is. I could play that any time of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they made me fans of the music, and then other artists. I'm a fan of hip hop, so I go back and study and listen to where it started, and then periodically. But you got LL came out with that I'm Bad, which was hard. You got J. Rue the Damager. That it's artists that people forget about, like Black Moon, Buckshot Shorty. Like I love hip hop, so it kind of just brought me into it. I can express myself.
Now, how old were you when you started making original music? Started creating your own?
How old was I? I started making my own probably about 17, 18. Playing around with it. Having fun. And then I, ended up hitting Billboard while I was having fun. But that was definitely by mistake. But started acting. That led to other things. I've been blessed. I just like the fact that I can, keep doing it.
Sure.
And stay in the studio.
Sure. Now tell us about the rock stuff, because I hear you got a rock band, and someone would typically think you're hip hop or R&B, but what was some of the first rock that you heard that you really gravitated towards, and tell us about how the rock band came together.
I got to credit the rock band kind of being all the way from Al Franklin. Al Franklin, I did a movie that was written and put together, directed by Al Franklin, and he hooked me up with some guys to kind of complement a video that I did for a title song for the movie. And man, the guys were dope. We messed around in the on the stage a few times, and it was like, hey, let's see what we can do. I gave them a few songs to work with. They learned them, and we started jamming. Ended up doing some shows. Al gonna keep it moving. He got us some shows. I said, show. Okay. So it grew, and it's still growing. Definitely it's not at the reach of the amount of people that I wish can hear it right now, you know. But that's why I'm here with you, you know.
Well, now when you call it a rock band, give us a reference point. What do you guys get compared to, or what type of rock would that be?
It's trap rock, actually.
Okay.
You know, it's trap music infused with rock and roll. So, you know, sometimes if you hear it, your first thought might be, you know, the Run DMC.
Aerosmith then?
Aerosmith, you know, Jason Tyler.
So mixing hip hop lyrics with guitars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock guitars, the bass, you know, drums. I got my DJ doing it too, so it's not just the rock element. He's scratching and mixing as well.
Well, that sounds like some great elements. And what do you call the rock band?
Blaze.
Okay.
Chef Shine and Blaze.
I love it. Well, before we get into your new music, I understand you got a little cousin or somebody that's doing some stuff. Tell us about Chance the rapper.
Oh, that's doing some stuff. Yeah, he's doing a lot, man. Big ups to Chance, man. You know, he just gave $1 million to the Chicago public school system, so you know, it's a blessing. You know, Chicago needs more of that. Kanye, where you at? You know, it's a bunch of other people you could look for from the crib. Do something.
And I understand he kind of looked up to you. You kind of gave him some musical inspiration, or kind of he kind of followed your path.
Yeah, you know, I cuffed him. That was, you know, I had him under my wing. He did his first album pretty much in my basement. The 10-day album.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, good kid. You know, knew what he wanted to do. He came to me for help, and you know, I did what I could. You know, and I'm glad he is. I'm glad he's at where he is right now, because you know he's doing good things. You know.
Well, I know he's leading an example to a lot of people that you can kind of do for self. You don't have to sign away all your rights immediately. You can kind of build your own indie thing, and
right.
Don't be so quick to, you know, be a follower when you can be a leader, and especially these days with so many tools to reach the public direct, and
exactly.
You know, so many. Yeah, like you say, it's a hybrid. There's movies, there's TV, there's music, there's touring, there's new concepts, technology of, you know, all these areas. So you don't want to be taking yourself out of that market to be able to do more.
Exactly.
Now, did you see that early age that he was kind of independent, kind of entrepreneurial? Could you tell that, you know?
Nah,
were you surprised with how he took his business?
No, I wasn't surprised after I saw his stage performance. His stage show is amazing. So, you know, and the way his crowd followed him, it wasn't. I mean, he did exactly what he was supposed to. You know, and I mean, he set an example for a lot of other people. You know.
Yeah.
I stuck to it. I'm gonna stick to it.
Yeah, we see people like him and Tech-9 turning down these record deals and doing it themselves, and you know, creating, you know, power and ownership and independence. You know.
Yeah.
So tell us about your latest projects and what we can expect from you coming up.
I got a record. I got a record out now. It's called Color Money. It's doing pretty good over on the West Coast.
And how would you describe that? What sound?
It's got a West Coast vibe to it, you know, real clubbish, you know. But it's been playing for a little while, so I got another one coming out. It's called Gone, and it's coming out real soon right now. Video dropping. I'm excited about it. It's featuring Abby Short Jr. and can't wait for that to come out. I dropped a few other projects in between too, you know, on the street level. Dope Up, No Time, produced by Keys, and then DJ Triumph. released Smoking with Shorty, Smoking With Me. You can look all these songs up on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. The Real Chef Sean on Instagram. You know.
That's the best way for people to follow you?
Instagram and, Snapchat, if you like. And The Real Chef Sean on Snapchat.
And I know you've been doing some shows, and what's going on with the live shows?
Live shows are live, man. Like we were talking about with the band, those are rocked out. The shows with me and my DJ, it's on point. I have fun every time I go perform, so it's like I'm doing what I like doing, so what I love doing. So the shows are what they are. Trying to have bigger shows.
And all that you've seen and done, what advice do you have to young creative people coming up today? What do they need to concentrate on, or maybe even more importantly, what do they need to avoid to really have a shot at being unique and carving their own?
Yeah, pretty much. Be yourself. Stay true to who you are.
Don't follow.
Yeah,
lead.
don't hold on. Be yourself. Be true to who you are. Don't be influenced by other people and their ideas and what they feel like is good for them. It's what's good for you. And follow your dreams. Set goals. And try and achieve the goals. Pretty much with the goals you have accomplishments. So, and I appreciate the nostalgia in this place, man.
A lot of history.
A lot of it, man.
We're surrounded by inspiration, man. Well, thanks for joining us. We definitely look forward to checking out the rock band, the trap rock, of course, all the new hip hop that you're doing, and much continued success. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me come out, man. Appreciate it. Indie Power.